Meet Sarah, a successful businesswoman in her 30s who's been in a committed relationship with her boyfriend, John, for several years. But lately, John has been asking for some intimate details about her past relationships, and Sarah isn't sure how to respond. John, looking expectantly at Sarah. John, so, tell me more about your ex-boyfriend. What was he like in bed? Sarah, looking uncomfortable, I don't really feel comfortable talking about that. John, come on, Sarah, don't be shy. I just want to know more about you. Sarah on the couch. Sarah is feeling conflicted. On the one hand, she wants to be open and honest with John, but on the other hand, she doesn't feel comfortable sharing such personal details. Sarah, John, I appreciate that you want to know more about me, but I don't feel comfortable sharing those kinds of details about my past relationships. Can we talk about something else instead? John, looking disappointed, sure, I understand. I just thought it would bring us closer together. Sarah, I know, but I feel like there are other ways we can connect without discussing intimate details. Let's focus on building our relationship in the present. It's important for couples to communicate openly and honestly, but it's equally important to respect each other's boundaries. If you're ever in a situation like Sarah's, remember that you have the right to say no and set boundaries that make you feel comfortable. Sarah and John sitting at a restaurant. John, Sarah, I don't understand why you can't share those things with me. We've been together for so long, and I feel like I don't really know you. Sarah, John, I understand why you want to know, but it's not something I'm comfortable talking about. My past is my past, and it doesn't define who I am now. John, but if we're going to have a future together, shouldn't we know everything about each other? Sarah, not necessarily. I think it's more important for us to focus on our present and future together, and build a strong foundation for our relationship based on mutual trust and respect. Sarah on the couch. Sarah has a point. While it's important to be open and honest with your partner, there are some things that are better left unsaid. So, what can Sarah do to address John's request? Sarah, John, I want to be clear that my reluctance to share these details isn't about keeping secrets from you. It's about respecting my own boundaries and feeling comfortable in our relationship. John, I understand, Sarah. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable or pressured in any way. I just want us to be able to talk openly and honestly about everything. Sarah, I appreciate that, John. And I do want to be open with you. But can we start with some lighter topics and work our way up to more personal things? John, absolutely. I want you to feel comfortable and safe in our relationship. And if there's ever anything you don't want to talk about, just let me know. Sarah and John sitting on the couch together. It's important for couples to find a balance between being open and honest and respecting each other's boundaries. By communicating clearly and openly, Sarah and John were able to find a compromise that works for both of them. Lessons. The video highlights several important lessons and advice related to communication, boundaries, and respect in relationships. These include the importance of respecting boundaries. Sarah has the right to say no and set boundaries that make her feel comfortable. It is essential to respect these boundaries and not pressure your partner to share something they're not comfortable with. The significance of open and honest communication. While respecting boundaries, it's crucial to communicate openly and honestly with your partner. By expressing her discomfort with sharing personal details about her past relationships, Sarah was able to communicate her needs to John. The need to focus on building a strong foundation for a relationship. Sarah emphasizes the importance of building a strong foundation for their relationship based on mutual trust and respect, rather than solely focusing on their pasts. Finding a compromise, Sarah and John were able to find a compromise that worked for both of them by starting with lighter topics and working their way up to more personal things. Overall, the video encourages individuals to communicate clearly, respect boundaries, and focus on building a strong foundation for a relationship based on mutual trust and respect.